I'm doing my penny collection, and I saved the pennies in there. They're all counted out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, up to $5. It would be 5 because of these are 50 cents. Working on the next row. The ones that still need to double check for dates, these are going to finish off to this row, which will give me the final 50 cents. These are all ranging from 1940, 50s, up to the early 60s, up to 69, and then after that 70s will go in this pile. 70s to now will go in this pile. These have all been checked. I thought these were old, but they're not. They're under 1970, 69 and down. If they're 69 and down, I'll put them here, and they go into, I got 60s. Oh, the 60s are in a pile. All the 40s and 30s and 20s that I gotta double check are in these. I have to double check off of these. My grandma was collecting them. 1909 to 1929. And then 1930 to 1950. I have to get the next album of Up 50 Up. But some of these are in this book, and you can see like for example, the 1909, you got it, it's $443. There's one in here, like that one, 118. I have to do, I think I got them. I gotta go look. But you can see the values, $120 if you got that penny, 1924, certain mint. But I had a price look on a while back. I did it. I got the values right here. 1909, if you can find that one. I don't know what date that was, but if you got that penny, it's $300. The most valuable penny, the 1909 SVDB, is $4,500 if you can find it. I'm missing it, of course. That is a hard penny to find. And you'll see the others have gone up in value. I need the 1910, $165. The 1911S, $135. 1911D is $115. 1912 is $150. 1914, on and on and on. There's another one, 1914D, $935, and that was a while back. I have to go back and double check to see. That might even be more value. Any more that are, there's 225 for the 24D. One of them I just got. Of course, it's only $1.95. Not really that big a deal. But there's a lot of these pennies in circulation. Proves it right here. All these, I gotta go double check and see if they're valuable. I don't know. I think I've got them in my book or in my penny collection over here. I gotta go double check all these. But these will go back to the bank because they're these. I roll them up in that, and then I take them back to the bank, and I'll get $5 back on those because those ain't nothing. Well, they could be. I just found out something. Looking in the book, looking in my Littleton book, there's some 2000 pennies that are minted. I got to go back and check mints, but they're in that book, and I noticed they're like $100 or $200 for the penny, and we see them every day. You don't even know it. You pick up a penny, and you just like don't even pick it up or toss it. There, you just toss $200. Maybe it was a valuable penny. You didn't even know it, but you didn't check it. You have to check a lot of these coins. It's not just pennies. It's nickels, dimes, quarters, 50-cent pieces. A lot of them are old. If you can, well, of course, you can tell the old ones. You can check and see that they're really, really old. Like these. These are really, they're not shiny no more. You could make them shiny. You could get some polish and shine them up, but I think you decrease the value. I heard that. I don't. I'll have to ask a coin collector that they want them in original condition. And these are still in pretty damn good condition. You can read the dates and everything, and you can see Lincoln and everything. But there's some that are really bad, like this one. And that's a 1969 penny, but it's pretty well beat up. See, I think it's 69 or 65. I can't tell. But there's some 69s here. These are in pretty good shape. 62s, 66s, 63, 64, down to 61. And I was born in 1960. I got those pennies, but they're put away, so I didn't collect any this time around. But you can see, out of all those pennies that were in here, they're here, in here. These right here is what I found in that pile. That you check the dates, and they could be worth some money. You just don't know until you check them. In my other book, I have an older Littleton book here too. This is one I had a long time ago. I can't remember. I think this one is my new book, and this one is my old book. And you need to update. You have to get on the website and call or email or to get or whatever to order that new book, and it'll give you the new prices. Because, like I said, this one over here is probably old prices, but I got prices out of this one for this sheet here that I'm missing. And like I said, for I don't even know, it might even be more, but that 1909 SVDB, $4,500. A lot of people don't know that. It is a real hard penny to find. They will be, my grandma collected them. I'll show you an example. Right there's one. I'm missing, let's see, there it is right here. This is the one that's worth $4,500, but you can see it's not in there because it can't be found. But these, I believe, are the first pennies of the Lincoln series. Before 1909 on down are the Indian pennies, which is another collection. From then on back to the 1800 turn of the century. Those are probably a lot of value in those too, if you can find them. They're out there, but they're getting harder and harder to find, because I think a lot of these pennies are in collectors' collections already, flying around free out there right now, which I found all these, is getting harder and harder to find in the free market. I mean, you could see, you pick a penny up, put it away. Shiny ones are still worth a penny, 1 cent. You get 50. You get 50 of them in a roll, 50 cents. Take them back to the bank. Like I said, there's $5 right there. I don't know how long it took to collect it, because it takes a while to fill this thing up here, right here. I'll fill that up, and then I'll start looking at them. And then until then, it takes a while. It might take a month or 2, 3, 4. I don't know how long. It's been a while since I last checked, but I need to check those in these books to see if I'm missing them. Like I said, here's this one still needs some pennies that my grandma had collected back in her days before she passed away, and she gave me this book, willed it down to me to keep collecting them. And there's some of these I got. This one over here is almost, I think it's damn near done. I'm missing 1 penny. It's damn near done. You can see, it's all filled up. Turn the page, and then there's the steel pennies. These are getting harder and harder to find. 1943, three series of mints pennies in 43, and my grandma got them. That was the year in World War II. that World War II, that they didn't make copper pennies in them in that particular year, because in '44 they started the copper penny again. But in 1 year in our lifetime, they didn't make a penny out of copper. It was made out of steel because they needed copper for the war in the World War II. A little bit of history that a lot of people don't know. This new generation doesn't know because they don't know history. But if you looked it up, Googled it, or looked it up in the history, and as you can see, I'm missing one penny. I'm missing the 1948. I went through all my collection and I don't have it. I'm waiting for it, and that'll be the last penny in this collection right here. And this is the 1930 to 1950 Lincoln Penny album. Like I said, these are my grandma's, and she collected them all. This one, and a bunch of others that I have miscellaneous that she's collected in this box. And but like I said, this is interesting coin collecting if you've got the time. A lot of people don't have time anymore, and they just pass this on as junk, and they could be throwing hundreds of dollars out the window if they don't check it, which takes a little bit of time. And if you got a minute or two on your day that you don't have much going on, just go through your coins, check your pennies, your nickels, your quarters, your 50-cent pieces, and your dollar coins. Those are getting, I think they're getting hard. I don't know if they even make them anymore, but I think they do. I think they make all of them. But eventually, sometime in our lives, I estimate that these will no longer exist. They will discontinue the penny, especially if they go to a digital money system. Yeah, bingo, you won't see any coins anymore. They're no longer needed. Everything is digital. So goodbye all the coins. The coin collection then will be maybe a serious market for people to get into because they stopped making any coin. So you want to go back and really look at a lot of coins, because if the coin stops, the year stops with the coin, then that means you better start checking from that year back, because there ain't going to be no more coins in circulation. I have a hard time believing that. I don't know. A lot of people are saying, news is saying, we're going to go to a digital system someday. Goodbye coins, goodbye paper money, and all that. Well, that day I will want to see if that will come true. But anyway, this is it. I'm going to go back to my coins here and see the dates on some of these. I've already double checked those. Those I need to double check off of that hit list, into that book, off of that book to see how much they're valued. And the old book is probably ancient. I don't really go by that book anymore. It's old. This was you can kind of compare the prices between that one and this one. And there's a newer one. Let's see, what date is that? Oh wow, that's old. 2010. So, and they cost $5. Littleton Company. They have all the coins in here that you can collect. What year was this one? 1996. So you can see that's old. It was $3. $3 for this one. But they make these books every year, and if you're a subscriber to this website, well, this company's on a website. Years ago, they never had a website because there was no internet. But as soon as the internet got invented, they became a website. Just Google it and you'll get Littleton's coin. You can do this off the internet. You don't have to have these books. This is just for people that are too lazy to look it up on the internet or get your phone out and look it up. They just get a book and go through it. Maybe it's faster with a book. Scroll on a computer to find it. I don't know. You can search for it in a search engine too. Imagine if you get on Google and search any of these pennies by year, they might tell you the value of it. I've never done it, so I'm thinking of maybe doing that. I'll put it on my hit list to just put a penny, the year, the what do you call it? The penny has a let's see, a plant where they're made. Like, I have to look it up. Well, they have years. Well, these are just in good, uncirculated, very fine. But there's a one of these penny collections is it actually says where it was minted. Um, I'm guessing San Francisco, Denver. Um, there's some that don't even have a deal on it. Like I think I showed you in the book. If you look in the penny book, it'll show you. I think that's where you get it right here. See, S, the VDBs, S. There's a D or nothing, but it's usually an S or a D. It looks like. So those are the two mints. It must be I don't know three different mints in the United States that makes coins, and I'm guessing San Francisco or Sacramento, San Francisco probably, and Denver. I'll have to look it up to see if there's any other place that they make. I'm pretty sure there is. Look at the rest of these and see. S, D, S, nothing. It's either nothing, S, or D. Nothing, S, or D. And I don't know where the nothings are. I'll have to look that up. But the S means that's where it was made. At what plant? D is another one. So basically, and then you can see, 1952 by Dansko in California, Venice. But these books, you won't find these. These are coin collector books from coin collectors, like my grandma. You can get them, but they don't look like this no more. If you look them up in this book right here, they have them, but they're different design or whatever, colors and everything else. But you can tell this one's ancient because of the date. And this one, same thing. It was the 19. What is it? 30, the 1950. What was the date on this one here? Copyright 1952, made in the USA. They don't say, but it's the same thing here. It's DNS or nothing. DNS or nothing. And same thing with back to the steel pennies. But I don't have any books for quarters, nickels, dimes, and stuff like that. It's just pennies right now. I don't have enough time to do all of it. I'm more or less interested in pennies, mainly because my grandma did it, and she did all this ever since when she was a kid in the 20s or 20s, 30s, 40s, and like I said, this one, if you can find them, 1909. Find out who's got that. Who's got a 1909 penny? Or like this one. Who's got that penny right there? If you got that penny, it could be close to $5,000. Yeah, for real. I'll get a book. I'll get a Littleton book, a new one, and I'll look it up. 1909. Let's see. It would be in this book. Well, here they're saying it's only $55, but I don't know where I got that 4,500. I think I Googled it. So I'm gonna have to double check, but the VDB but uncirculated. So it says it's only $55, but like I said, I'll double check. I'll see if it's true. But you'll see the prices, how much they're worth. Like I said, I think I already did this. But each one's got a price that they're worth right now, or back in 2010. This is what they were then. So, so here's, all the way down. Some of them ain't worth nothing. Some of them are worth a lot. $19 for that one. But you go through there and look at all these, what each one's worth. Some of them $5. You can find a 1966 S. proof for that. It's almost $6, and that was in 2010. I'll get the new book and see what it's worth now. Anyway, this is Al's Penny Collection in 2023. I'll continue on. I think I've been collecting now since my grandma passed away. Back in 80s, 1980. Past 83. My grandpa passed away in 1983 when I was in the service, and she passed away a few years after that. No, it didn't in the 90s. It was in the 80s, so it's incidental now. But anyway, see ya.